Jocelyn, thank you. I'm so happy that you responded to the mail. Your story sounded very intriguing, and yeah, I'm looking forward to getting all the details out of you today. So I don't know. Maybe start at the beginning. So obviously, this whole series that we're doing is all about women and empowering women and just getting people to understand or women to understand that they can do everything in life, and it's not just traditionally people will think we're a property company, but it's not just that. It's also about entrepreneurship because I really struggle. So yeah, so I think for me, it's been challenging, but I'm out there now, and every day you get used to things, and yeah, confidence and everything comes with that. But tell us your story. Where did you start? And you know, you're really stuck, not stuck, but you're really performing. I would say in a proper man's world. So tell us about that. Tell us your story.
I tell you my story. Okay, I started in the police. Okay, fine. Let me just take it where I started being involved with men most of my time.
Yes.
I can say 80% of my job was mostly with men.
Okay.
And then you get this thing where some men just look at you and said she won't make it because she's female.
Hmm.
But then I will take them on the challenge because for me it's I am female, we can't change it. But what they can do, I can also do. I was in one of the most elite unit of the police.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was hard to get females at that unit. Very hard. That is called National Intervention Unit in the police. It's one of the specialized units in the country. I can also say it's one of I class it under the first female group that could work with men, that were allowed to work with men in the police in that unit, you know. So I went through the training, the selection, and everything, and it was never easy. It was never easy, but I pushed myself to say, I will make it. So even if I feel that if I see the situation is so out of bound, like, damn, I would not be able to. I've learned actually there that it's all in your mind.
Yeah.
Learn to program my mind to say, I will make it.
Okay.
And I
But
pushed.
now why? Why did you even go down that route in the first place? I mean, other people would look at it and be like, yeah, that's a job for men because it's tough, right? Being in the police. So for me, that's almost like, why make that decision in the first place? What drove you to do that?
I just feel at the end of the day, for some women, you get intimidated by men in certain situations like that. But I never allowed myself to be intimidated by men. At the end of the day, we're all human beings.
Yeah.
That's sure. Yeah. We might not be physically on the same level, but I place myself in that thing of I will do it and I will finish all these courses that they think I couldn't, and I finish it with them.
Yeah.
Time where every time when I'm going on a course, something comes up. So the course changed in that time where I had 37 men and I was number 38.
Oh, okay.
And it was our first time where our course went from 4th week to 6 weeks. Before I went on the course, my unit commander calls me and said, listen, you said you wanted to go on the course when it was 4 weeks then. Now it's 6 weeks. Will you still go? I said, I'm going to go. He said, remember, it's 6 weeks. And what is expected from you, there is nothing about female push-ups. There is nothing about female pull-ups. Everything goes on the male level. And I said, I am definitely going there. And he said, other thing is, remember, the members are still new at the unit. They're coming from police stations. They are very fit. And I said, I'm going to go. I'm going to go and I'm going to do it. And it's one of our most, I said the course is actually the heart of the unit because it's an urban face. where you have to be physically fit on that course. And I went on week number 4. It took a toll on me because it's the first time I'm doing it on 6 weeks.
Yeah.
No, the 4th week we are finishing. And then I just break.
Yeah.
And I went to my room because I was the only female. I went to my room and I said, never. One thing about me, I don't give up. I went and finished the course. So the last 2 weeks, I took it. I changed my mindset. I said, I'm going to finish it. And the fact that people are waiting for me to come back and say, I didn't make it. And I went and I did it and I passed it and I finished it.
That must have been such a great feeling going back and saying, I told you.
Yeah, I said, I'm taking this course with me home. I'm going home being a full-time operator, one of the first females to finish this, and I did it.
Wow, that is amazing. Well done on that, I must say.
And so it went on. So I finished. I was out of the police. I went overseas to do to be a CPO protector. But then I was only working with
what is CPO?
protection officer. It's a bodyguard.
Oh, okay. Oh, were you a bodyguard for someone famous?
Yeah, but that side now I was only working with females.
Okay.
The time I'll sit and say, oh, it's like so boring for me because I'm used to challenged by men.
Yes.
But I finished it and I came back to the country and then, wow, I get a job back in the country as a CPO again.
Oh, okay.
But now I'm sitting again with male and I'm the only female. Now that pushed me, this also pushed me now to feel like we can do it. It's so hard to get female protectors. It's very hard. I think all over the world. But now talking about my country, it's hard to get female protectors. It's hard to get that female that says, I will do it. I will protect a man. And I will protect a female because currently I'm protecting a man, not only one. I have a couple of them.
Don't you have like when you go to a client and you're like, well, I'm gonna be your protector. Don't you find that they also like, but how are you gonna do that? Shouldn't it be? Because when you think about those type of people, you see these big guys in black suits with the glasses and the ear thing, and you know, that's what people have in their heads. Don't you find that clients are also like, how can you do this?
I found like men that look at my boss and said, you've been protected by a female. And then he tells them all the time, that female of mine is not just a female. You don't know her. I know her. Trained. And she is my protector and I can work with her and know that I'm safe. So I normally also say, because people are used to bodyguards being men, muscle, like you say, a big man and. So I normally just laugh and said, diamonds come in small packages. And I talk, I work. And when I work there with my men, they also give me that respect. Because I told them, there's nothing that you guys will do that I wouldn't be able to do. Because I've done it before and I can do it over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, if you can finish that 6 weeks course in the police, that thing, and work in that environment, I mean, sure. Yeah, you can be my protector anytime. Anytime.
Yeah, anytime. I'll do that.
Once, anytime soon, but in case I now know.
And I normally say it, the one protection that I really like, that I'm actually liking to specialize in, is clandestine.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, I wanted you to ask me that. Because everybody know protectors in suits, that and that and this and this and this. It's not supposed to be like that all the time. If you take me, I'll tell you I can do what you want me to be, but also I can do to keep you safe. I can be a clandestine protector for you. Meaning, if you say, you're going to play golf, I'm dressed in that attire too.
Mm.
So if you go to a meeting and you're but the only thing I will never do, I will never be in a dress. But I'm also know where to so that I can be compatible with whatever you're wearing for that day, like that. So nobody's gonna pick up that I'm your protector. Then you tell somebody that no, she's part of the meeting, like that. But at the end of the day, I'm protecting you. So meaning that if you have somebody of your people, whoever is behind you, they never are gonna know that you got a protector. Acting like I'm part of you all the time, which is a more safer way of protection lately. As long as there's a driver, only thing I do is to make sure that you're safe.
Yeah. And I suppose it makes sense because, and I think that's almost where you being different really then becomes a benefit because you can't take this, oh, I suppose you can, but it'll look a bit odd if you take this big guy. No, that's my secretary just attending the meeting. You know what I mean? That's not going to, they'll be like,
Yeah,
so I suppose in that sort of instances, it's actually an advantage being different to the norm, right?
Yeah. And I would like more females to get to understand certain things in protection. It's scary, it is hard, it is risky, but we can do it.
Yeah.
We can do it.
What would you say was sort of your proudest achievement? So the thing that you are the proudest of in achieving?
The moment I get a call that I need to go and work, when I arrive at a place and I look at myself and around me and I see men, very proud. Very proud. Always. And that gives me so much confidence in how they react to me as a female.
Yeah.
Because currently I'm working for my boss. I'm actually now in the office. And I'm one of the people that I'm working close to him every day.
Okay. And what would you say was your biggest challenge that you went through?
The biggest challenge is if I had to go on an operation, not knowing what to expect there. Because it's actually very important to do your threat analysis. If I had to go to a place, I need to do my advance. It's always for me a challenge if I arrive to a place and I don't know what to expect there. So meaning if I arrive there, I have to do my analysis as I'm arriving at the place and spot out the places and that is actually quite a challenge. Not knowing where you're going to, what to expect there.
When you get there, yeah.
Because it puts you and your client's life in danger and whoever is with you.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. All right, and then so I'm in awe of what you do. I think it is really amazing. Yeah, so that is totally different to anything, and it's really amazing for any woman to think that, you know, even jobs that you think you can't do, it is being done already by a female somewhere.
Yeah.
And you prove that, so totally.
Yeah.
So what is the one thing that you would tell or give any woman to inspire her into going outside of the norm, outside of what we're supposed to be doing? What is that one piece of advice that you can give women?
I want women to know that men think that all of us are fragile because we are women. I want women to start learning to put their foot down. I want women to understand, this thing that I normally say, if I get to be called to come address women about security issues that they experience all the time, there's so much that I would like to share with women about knowing your surroundings all the time. Because we live in a world where all of us are not safe. I just want to know that they can take care of themselves. That we are the weaker part in everything. That we as women are strong. Doesn't matter what we go through all the time. To know to come up and be bold. Not to always feel like you are, when you see a male dominant person, then you feel like you are the weaker part. I just want one woman to stand out. You know that you don't need somebody male to take care of you. You can also take care of that male.
Yeah.
It is woman.
Oh, that is amazing, and I like that because sometimes we think that men they don't like it when the woman makes the money, and now imagine that woman really can stand up for herself and not be that fragile person in the relationship. Yes, and I think you're right. Women underestimate what they can also do and achieve physically to protect themselves in certain situations, and sometimes it's not even being stronger, but being more vigilant and things like that you mentioned, which can help. So tell me, do you just work for this boss that you're talking about, or do you also do like training for people on like you mentioned now, how to be vigilant of your situation and stuff like that?
Okay, first thing first, I'm a firearm instructor.
Okay, all right.
I teach firearms, and I do that. I take somebody that doesn't know nothing from firearms, and I'll take you through that up until tomorrow. When you look at the firearm, you will love it the way that you love your cell phone.
Like your cell phone.
Yeah, because I know most people like their cell phones. I'm not so much into cell phones. Only if I have to work, then I'm okay. But I don't sit like this on a phone, no. So that is what I do. As for CPO training, I haven't done it to somebody else, but I can do like a crash course on safety. On safety, I can do that. That is what actually I would like to venture into, to address more women about safety.
Yes.
That's what I normally do. I normally teach like small kids also how to start learning from a small age, how to act up certain things. That is just knowledge that I would really like to share and teach people. Yeah. But I can do that anytime.
Yeah, and I suppose also to parents
for parents, everything from small parents, male, female, anyone that want to learn, because so much things are happening, and you sit like now. Earlier I was sitting here and I read, was it on the news that I just quickly went into Instagram, and I see there they said a female has been raped because she went to an interview and things like that. For me, it takes. I was actually just about to comment on that, to say that person that did it took the weaker part of a female, as they think we all are. He just didn't get the right woman that will put it. He will be shocked what they can really do to avoid going through things like that. So for me personally, if I can get a platform where I can go wherever and just address women about security issues specific around female and kids, just to know, most of us, we are just here and we don't think out of the box.
Yeah.
So security for me is my most priority to women.
Awesome. Jocelyn, is there anything else that I didn't ask you that you want to share?
No, you actually asked the most important questions. The most important questions. One thing that I can tell you again, don't think that you are safe wherever you are.
No, don't tell me that.
I'm not scaring you. All I want to do is I want you to always have in your mind, make use of your eyes.
Okay.
don't want you to work and do this all the time. But make use wherever you're working. Because a person that is busy with criminalities look just like you and me. So you at least need to pick up. Out of 1,000 people, you need to pick up those people in the crowd. You will not pick all of them up because they are well trained just like me. So where I was working, I used to know if I go to my scene of an armed robbery, of a heist, I work months before that because I get information prior. But as much as I'm preparing for that, they do the same.
Yeah.
So that is why I want most of us as women to come to a level where we need to understand certain things in our lives that we take for granted because we don't know about them.
Yeah. But no, maybe that's a good one actually. So give me like the top 3 things that people can look for to identify a suspect, somebody, like the top 3 things that you can identify if you're walking in the street or in a crowd. What's the top 3 things that you can look at to identify a threat?
See your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Person's hands.
Okay.
The moment you see something around you in the person's hands, is in the pockets. You never know what comes out of that hand, those hands. Your body structure, body can throw you out. Your eyes. Because you use your eyes to do things. So if you take your eyes and you look at a person and the people are communicating in body language that you don't know, at least.
Yeah.
Because with me, if I'm with my colleagues that I've trained with, you're going to observe us and our hands and everything. But then we also got something else that we communicate with that people would not understand because we are trained to communicate like that.
Okay.
Female going into a mall, you just go to a mall, must ask handbags and talking, but you don't make use of your eyes to observe people around you, your car. You go, you press your button for your car, the car is locked, you walked away. But you don't walk and stop a little bit and give. Check, look at your car again. Look at the surroundings where you park. When you come back, look if the surroundings are still the same. It's very important.
Yeah.
You know that.
But surroundings that we don't look at.
Your surroundings is very important.
Yeah.
You're on the phone. People are here on the phone, you don't check your surroundings. You're here on the phone, you're just focusing on, you don't check your surroundings. Observation is very important.
I'm very guilty of that one. After this, I'll be more vigilant.
Please.
Jocelyn, thank you so much. If somebody wants to contact you for maybe to organize some of these communication or learning sessions with you about security and that, how can they contact you?
They can get me my normal cell phone number.
Okay. All right, cool. So we will then put that into the comments in the video. So
Excuse me?
we're going to put that into the comments in the video.
Okay.
So that people can contact you and email address as well if you have one.
Yeah, that's okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man.